Just Park is a website and app that helps drivers book convenient parking spaces wherever they need to go, either in advance or on the spot. And it allows property owners to rent out their underused parking spaces, so be it a church, a school, pub, hotel, car park. But what's special about what we do is also we allow the homeowners with driveways to rent out their parking spaces for drivers to book as well.
Where did this idea come from, and how did you turn it into an actual thing?
So back in 2006, when I was on my gap year, I was going to a San Francisco Giants game at the AT&T Stadium. My friend was driving, I was in the car, we were circling the block a number of times, couldn't find somewhere to park. I noticed an empty driveway not too far from the stadium and said, wouldn't it be great if I knocked on that person's door, paid them $10, parked in their driveway. It seemed like a win-win situation for everyone involved. I didn't do it, but I had the idea, and when I came home after my gap year, I taught myself how to code and then built the very first version back in 2006.
So, what about the funding in the early days? Was it quite simple? Because I guess you just needed a website and people.
Not at all. So I didn't have a job yet. I was actually on the graduate program at Deloitte and quit that in 5 weeks to build this business. I didn't raise any money until 2011, so 5 years later. So it was a mixture of credit card debt, living with my parents, stealing food from the fridge, and just running it as a very lean operation. And then over time, we were able to build up the network effect and traction, and we were able to grow revenue enough to pay myself a little salary. And then eventually, I was able to raise money from BMW, and then more recently by Index Ventures, one of the most well-respected VCs in Europe. And also now we just a recent round of crowdfunding that allowed us to raise about £3.5 million.
It was a Crowdcube, was it?
Yeah,
Crowdcube, and you were overfunded by.
We were funded by about 250% or something similar.
Right. Why do you think that was? Is it because you'd got the fans by that point? Was that a key part of it?
It was partly, but parking is a very emotive subject. Everyone, as I asked today, everyone put their hands up when I asked how many people have had a problem finding a parking space or a struggle. It's a very emotive subject, and so people can relate to it. We're solving a real problem affecting millions of people's lives. And yes, we had an audience, we had a customer base already that we could tap into and encourage them. But only of the 2,000, nearly 3,000 investors we got, only about 1,000 were our own customers. The other 2,000 people were people who really believed in our idea, believed in our team, our execution, and really want to be part of what we're trying to build.
You've got all that funding, you've got the crowdfunding, all the other funding.
Yeah.
Why did you enter Pitch to Rich?
So we entered Pitch to Rich because firstly it's a big price, like $250,000 marketing budget will allow us to do things we wouldn't necessarily have chosen to do otherwise, be maybe a bit more aggressive in some of our marketing campaigns. But also being associated with the Virgin brand, which stands for many similar things to us, such as amazing customer service, being innovative and disruptive in different marketplaces, but also the opportunity to work with the wider Virgin group, Virgin Trains, Virgin Atlantic, etc. Was just an opportunity we couldn't turn down, and we felt that the way the competition was structured and the fact that people were very passionate about Just Park and what we're trying to do, that we would be able to get the votes and the passion behind us to allow us to reach a final and hopefully win.
You said on stage you're like $1 million turnover approximately, but you're loss making because you focused on growth.
Yeah.
So what are your big plans for the future?
So about $1 million is sort of net turnover, so obviously we're processing many millions of pounds of transactions every year. I guess our plan is very much to scale. At the moment, we've grown ourselves from 4 to 40 people over the last sort of 18 months. Up until about a month ago, we didn't have a marketing team. So we're putting our marketing team in place, we're putting a marketing plan in place, and assigning our budget, and really trying to raise awareness of Just Park, the concept, and educating people.
Finally, what's your top tips for other entrepreneurs out there based on your experience?
So something one of the judges said, I can't remember who it was, but perseverance is really important. Being able to just get through the really hard times, like as an entrepreneur, especially as a sole founder, we're going to hit so many roadblocks, so many challenges, and to persevere through all of those and keep going, believing in your product, believing in your idea, I think is a really important successful entrepreneur.